Hi, this is Betzalel Edwards. I have here bread. This is. I just bought this at Ima's Barekas in Jerusalem. It's called a frena. It's kind of like a huge pita bread. It's nice, a little greasier. The good kind of grease, not the bad kind. And the finest oils. And I'm using it for Shabbat, where we have two complete loaves of bread every meal, and there's 3 meals on Shabbos, right? So we have the two, like the man. Like today is the day that the man. We read in the synagogue throughout the world about the manna that would come down from heaven and sustained us for 40 years in the desert. So we have these two, because a double portion of the manna came down to feed the children of Israel in the desert. So still today, Jews, to commemorate this tremendous event in our cultural heritage and history, miraculous event, we still every Shabbat we lechem mishneh, a double portion of bread, complete breads, kosher bread, and so frena is. I think frena is probably the closest thing to what came down, like a flying saucer kind of thing. So my uncle, he's a little hard of hearing, so he asked me, "What's it called?" And I said, "It's called frena." He said, "Freichot, right? Freichot in Hebrew, modern Hebrew slang is a kind of a one of those girls with her puppet showing, who says "walla" all the time, and the kef, ooh, magniv, ooh ah, and in a very simple Israeli girl, the holiest thing ever. So, what is the? So basically, my teacher, Rabbi David Fink, was standing at the bus stop in downtown Jerusalem, and at this bus stop there happened to be a store with a big glass window, and behind the glass window there's it was a gas stove store. They were selling stoves, so the stove tops, and he saw these girls with their puppets out, and the mini skirts, whatever, walking down, came by and started standing by the window going, "Ooh ah, is it tanor? Ooh ah, is it tanor? Ooh." He was like, he's a religious Jew. He wasn't looking at them, just couldn't really avoid them. And he's thinking, "Oh, these again, these types." And oy vey, right? But then he heard one of them say to the other, it even has a cover to cover up the knobs, to turn up and down the gas, so you can cover those knobs up on Shabbos. Like it says in the Shulchan Aruch, where in the Code of Jewish Law, we're supposed to, if we something that we can use to do a prohibition on Shabbos, we cover it up. It's muktzah. So or to cover up the gas, in a cover, to cover the flame elements on the top of the stove, perhaps, to cover those. Also, there's a detail of the law that they need to be covered on Shabbat. So he thought to himself, Am Yisrael, Am Kadosh. The Jewish people, the people of Israel are a holy people. No matter how simple the Jew you see, these girls, they grow up in good houses. They're very modest. So what do we learn from the story? We learn a few things from the man, which reminds us of the frena bread, which sounds like frecha, which reminds us of the story of the girls looking at the stove, and that it turns out that they actually all are God-fearing and wonderful Jewish neshamas here in Jerusalem. Thank you very much.